You can try to shove it aside all you want. It ain't going to go anywhere. Creativity is with you every day. It knocks on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. It knocks on your heart right over there at about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Creativity is always demanding attention, and it plays with your emotions like you wouldn't believe. And then when you get locked and lost in a situation where you're going, I don't know what to do, then that's when you get depressed and you feel guilty. Sometimes you feel anxiety, and it's like, what are we going to do about this? You've got to build a relationship up with your creativity. You have to understand what you can do together as one. Unplugged, because we will all say yes to creativity. Totally uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Wow, I just don't know where to start today. First of all, can I start by saying, how are you? You doing okay? Everything moving right? How about with your dreams, man? Have you ignited those things again? I guess the reason why I bring that up is because this morning while writing, doing my daily journals, 5:23 this morning on this September 22nd, 2020, I was using a writing instrument from 1940. I have no idea what its history is. I just know that it's 80 years old. And the nib of this writing instrument, I just like the way it feels on paper. It's almost like it's invisible, and it gives your thoughts a place to just kind of just dance a little bit. It's almost like word jazz. It just plays out, and you go through these different emotions. I usually pick up these old writing instruments at a thrift store, a junk shop, antique shop. And I'll sit there and I'll hold them because I'm trying to feel something. I believe that history has a way of speaking to the future. And it doesn't matter what these old pens do. You're going to get ink spills. You're going to get stained fingers. In fact, you should see my hands this morning. Yeah, my writing hand. Oh, my God. But this is from that writing instrument from 1940. And so I sit here and I think it just shoves me into a past when I touch a writing instrument from that year, 80 years ago. And the thing that makes it even more difficult is that I try to live my life in the present, being here, now. This is it, not the future, not the past. And so when I pick up an old writing instrument like this, it does play with the emotions because you want to remember and you want to try to figure out how you became a part of this journey, because being 58 years old, this pen is still much older than I am, and it writes like it's brand new. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I'm a daily writer. I document life and all that comes after. And although I do talk about being mindfully present in the now, I do want you to know it is a place of personal growth. It is a place where you can go to be safe. It is a place where you can live and be forgiving at the same time. Your past, it's already happened, man. It's weight. You got a big old backpack, and I don't know how you're stuffing 12 pounds of potatoes in a 10-pound potato bag. How do you do that, man? Huh? And so, but living in the presence of now allows you to only have those 10 pounds. You're going to carry weight no matter where you are, because those are the lessons of life. But you've got to understand where your place is in this place of now. This is The Daily Mess. Oh, my God. Multiple layers of thought today. Holy crap. Each breath carries its own decision. I'm not the only one that goes through this. You do too. The moment you wake up in the morning, you've got thoughts moving through your head. You get in the car to go to work, you got thoughts moving through your head. You get to work, you see those employees you like and don't like, there's thoughts moving through your head. There's so many layers of thoughts going through each and every one of us at every moment of every day. Being present is my only guide, aware of what's headed in this direction while maintaining a clear conscience of what's already been lived. Okay, that's your conscious mind. It's going to tell you where you already have. It's going to remind you this is what you've done. Doesn't mean you have to live it. It's just going to tell you, okay, this is a borderline, or this is an open door for you to step through. Here's a place where you can learn new things. And right there at that point in time is when your subconscious mind begins to take over, because it's a child. It wants to sit there and play all the time. But the question is, though, is that when your conscious mind is sitting there, putting you in a situation of borderlines and making sure that you're aware of the situation, you have to ask yourself, is it natural or is it by design? And is there anything wrong with either or? Can it be wrong? You know how career dreams are. Every step that anyone takes is leading to one thing: making the person who makes the decisions better than what they were yesterday. And it takes a lot away from us on being available in moments of exploration. The writing instrument at that point in time this morning stopped, because that hurt for me to say that. It hurt that it's like, okay, we continue to give bosses and decision makers everything we've got because it makes them feel better. And then we have less time to explore for ourselves, our own personal adventures. Because there's going to come a time when this coronavirus crap is over, and you're going to look back and you're going to say, man, between March 2020 and let's say January 2021, everything slowed down. But what did I do in that time period? Did I catch up? Did I do anything new? Did I locate something new about me that I'm going to carry every day forward and hand it to a grandchild who will then hand it to their grandchild? It's going to happen. These months, these days that are presently taking place that we're so upset about because people wear masks or they don't wear masks. We got political issues here. We've got wars on the streets. Everything is happening, and we're allowing the anxiety to keep us trapped inside our conscious mind when we should be using our subconscious to locate new things about ourselves. You're never going to get this opportunity again. So don't look at it as being a negative. Look at it as being a positive. I do everything I can every frickin' day to not wade through the waters of an everyday stream without taking notes of the message. In all things that we carry, those thoughts, those multiple layers of thoughts, we also carry with us tools of experience. Some I like, others I struggle with. Sometimes I just don't even want to carry anything. It's not always an unforgettable sunrise inside my mind, body, and soul, but I've learned to accept it as being my present. Is it natural or is it by design? You, me, everybody around us, day, night, even when we're not in the mood for it. We are all gifted with a daily choice. How we activate that choice is going to fuel your next expectation. All those layers. You like to put labels on them. I do too. All of those decisions that you make, some good, some not so good, but you still carry them with you. How do you break free of those situations where you know it's not right to carry that weight, but yet it's still there? That's why I daily write. I talk with musicians that they'll tell you that that's why they write music. Comedians will tell you that's why they write jokes. Do you see a link here? They write. Not necessarily putting your fingers on the keyboard of a computer, but they take a writing instrument and they write. It uses the energy of your mind, body, and soul. And it doesn't have to always be a positive thought. My God, I've got 26 years of daily writing here. You think that's all positive junk? It's not. You're more than welcome to go reading through it. Go read my book, One Man's 1,021 Thoughts, and then follow it up with another 1,021 thoughts. Writing. It builds for you a path. It creates for you a reason. It gives you a mirrored image of where you're growing and not where you've been. Well, how can journals do that? How can it give you the future? Because it clears your present place of now. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.